Yo, and welcome back to Dan Escapes. Today we're going to be talking about what I like to pack for an adventure holiday, whether it's climbing, hiking, or just in general camping. But yeah, before we get on, please subscribe to my channel and like this video as it really helps and I'd very much appreciate it. Here's some of the gear I own laid out, but let's kick things off with what bags I use when it comes to adventures. The brand I use is F-Stop. I first saw them used by wildlife and adventure filmmakers and photographers. They can hold a lot of gear. They've been tried and tested in mountains, jungle trekking, hiking, any situation they've been thrown at, these have handled it. The first bag I've got is the Guru Ultralight 25 litre. It's got thinner materials, really lightweight, but still rugged at the same time. It's mainly for short day treks and if I need to carry minimal gear. The second backpack is the Loka Ultralight 37 litre. This is if I need to carry a bit more gear, maybe an overnight bag and more camera gear or climbing gear, which is what I've mainly been using it for. I've also used it to travel a lot. The third backpack is the Talopa 50 litre. This is obviously if you're going to be going on longer expeditions, need to carry a lot of camera gear or some overnight stuff like your tent, camping stove, sleeping bag, everything you can pretty much fit in this bag. Plus the material is a lot thicker than the other two. And same with the shoulder straps and hip straps. They are a lot thicker and padded to deal with the heavier loads that you're going to be carrying in this bag. Next, we're going to talk about the camera units that go inside these bags and what system I like to use. Now I'm going to talk about why F-Stop is such a great bag system for photographers and filmmakers, and it's these internal camera units. What's great is you can remove each ICU from the backpack and then you can chop and change. Each ICU system has a weather resistant material on the outside, plus on the inside it's got these thick padding to protect your camera gear, same on the lids as well. And you can either keep them in your bag closed or open. So the first one I have here is the medium shallow ICU. Because I use a Panasonic Micro Four Thirds system, everything is quite small, so the lenses and the bodies of the camera, they're very compact, so I don't need a deeper one for bigger DSLRs. In the medium I can fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lenses plus the body with a lens on it, and then I've got extra space for microphones, batteries, whatever you want. This is the shallow small ICU. I've got a telephoto lens in here right now, but I can take out this body here and then chuck in a wide angle lens and keep that in there. And then I've got space for batteries, microphones and everything like that. This is probably my most used one as I don't really like to bring too much equipment along with me. This is the tiny one. If I just need to carry one camera and a lens, I can just chuck this in here like that. And then you can put the microphone around it and stuff everything in, and it shuts up really nicely. So if you just want that, it's got a light in here and some extra batteries as well. And over here I have an accessories pouch. I kind of use it to keep my action camera equipment in there. You can open up each section and you can keep wires, extra cases, batteries. Same on this side. You know, I can keep more cases, some clips, screws. It's just an accessory pouch that you can put on top of the ICU system. Now let's get on with the essentials that I like to pack on every trip I go on. First aid kit. You can get them in an array of sizes. I've got a smaller one if I need to conserve space, a bigger one if I just want to bring a lot of equipment with me, or you can just chuck this in a car that you're traveling with. Then up next we have hydration. So I have the Camelback 3 litre. I do have a 1.5 litre, I'm not sure where that is right now, but if you want to save weight and space, then the 1.5 would probably be better for you. And what I like about the F-Stop bags is each one has a sleeve to keep a hydration bladder and an outlet to put the hose through so that you can drink while hiking or climbing and you don't have to stop to pull out a water bottle. There has been occasion where I forgot to screw the lid on properly and it leaked out and it poured everywhere, but because the cameras were in the ICU system, it kept them dry, so all I have to worry about was drying out the bag. Following on from hydration, we've got water filters. I've got 2 water filtration systems. This is actually my brother's. It's the MSR Guardian. It can basically filtrate anything. People have taken it to India and used it to filter the tap water, gone to dirty rivers. So if you know you're going to be going somewhere where you're not sure if you're going to get clean water source, then this is ideal. Obviously it's a bit bulky, so if weight is of concern, this might not be the one to bring along with you. The one I bring on every trip with me, this is a Sawyer water filter. It's a mini one and it comes with a bladder, or you can screw this onto a top of a bottle. It's pretty much just like a straw. You just suck through the top here, and as the water goes through, it filters it. Then we've got some survival shelters. So when it comes to shelter systems, I've got 2 from Life System. This one is a survival bivvy. It's pretty much like almost like a sleeping bag, but it's like a foil blanket, so it will retain your body heat inside, but also protect you from wind and rain. This is probably a recommendation if you're going climbing in the mountains. This is a 2-person survival shelter. So it's pretty much like a really basic tent that you can huddle up together, and it will retain all your body heat inside and also protect you from the wind and rain. Then a multi-tool. So I have 2 multi-tool knives. One is the Leatherman Signal, and this is a Swiss Army knife, and it's a climbing edition one. I tend to take both with me if I can. Obviously the Leatherman has a lot more options. It has the ability to start a spark for a fire. It has a saw, and also it has some pliers, and also it has a carabiner loop so I can clip this to my climbing harness. The Swiss Army knife also comes with some extras like a bottle opener if you need to. Comes with mini screwdrivers, some tweezers if you get thorns stuck into you. But yeah, if I can, I'd just take both of them with me rather than just one or the other. Power banks. Power is an important part when it comes to adventures. I use my phone as a map, so I'll download everything offline and use the GPS on the phone to know where I'm going. So for here, I've got 3 different power banks. The first 2 are from Anker. So this small one has a battery capacity of 6,700 milliamp hours. Bear in mind the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is the biggest iPhone they do, has a battery power of around 3,600 milliamp hours. This will definitely charge my phone a couple of times as it's a older version and it has a small battery. The second Anker battery has a capacity of 13,400 milliamp hours. This can charge my phone multiple times and other devices, and also head torches and whatever needs charging. So the last battery pack is the Solar Charger F10 Plus. It comes with a capacity of 26,800 milliamp hours, so this will definitely last you a long time. It also comes with a light on the back and a torch here. There is also a built-in solar panel, so you can hang this off the back of your backpack. You'll probably be using this if you're going away for multiple days and you just want to bring one charger with you. This will be perfect for that. Some torches. My recommendation is ditch these types of torches and get a head torch. This is my Black Diamond one. I've taken it on climbs, hikes, gone in caves with it. It also charges by USB, which is perfect because then you can use the power banks if you run out of power. Plus with the head torch, like in the name, you put it on top of your head and your hands are free to do whatever you want. Then we have a towel. I always bring a microfiber towel along with me because they're really small, compact, and you never know when you might need one. If you want to go for a swim, something leaks, you just need to dry something off, you go do a river crossing. And finally, some dry bags. These are great to bring on any adventure with you. They are dry bags by Xped. This is the extra small version and the extra small version. You can get them in multiple sizes. They're great just to keep everything dry. You can put your tech stuff in there, your food, your snacks, supplies, clothing. Especially if you're doing overnighters, you can put your sleeping gear in here. So your top, your bottoms, and maybe some socks. So if you have been caught in a heavy downpour and it seeps into your bags, at least you will definitely have some dry sleeping gear to change into later on. Next, we're going to talk about overnight equipment. When it comes to overnight camping gear, I do not have a tent myself or cooking appliances. I just borrow all my brother's gear. I do want to get my own, so when that happens, I will make an episode about it and hopefully do some camping when we're allowed to. But this is the gear that I have with me now. This is the sleeping mat I use. It's a Thermarest Neo Air X-Therm. It's basically for all seasons. Plus you can blow it up so it's all cushioned, and that way you're not sleeping on any rough surfaces. So great night's sleep I've had with this. Next up is the Crag Hopper Noisy Life single sleep liner. I think I remember that correctly. It's like a sleeping bag, but it's very thin material, so it's very breathable. It's designed to protect you from mosquitoes, so in warm climates. And I've used this in Mexico, so when I went to hotels, instead of sleeping in the bed sheets, I just slept in this and I didn't get bitten overnight. This is a down blanket, and if you don't want a sleeping bag and be cocooned up, and you know, it might be more mild temperatures, this might be ideal for you, as you can then kick your leg out, and it's almost like sleeping with a duvet on, but as you can see, it packs down really small. This is my winter sleeping bag. It is from REI. I bought it in America when I was out there, and it's the Ignis 17 down sleeping bag. It can go down to -8 degrees C, so I probably won't be camping any lower than that anyway. And these are some extras that I bring depending on what trip I'm doing. First one is from Life System again, and it's a head net. This is ideal if you're in Scotland during the warmer months where midges can really swarm you, so that will protect you from them, and also if you're trekking through jungles where there's mosquitoes. Slip-on crampons that you can put over your hiking boots. These are great if you know you're going to be in icy, cold, snowy conditions. I've used these in Iceland and they worked perfectly and I didn't slip over. Same when I was hiking up Ben Nevis, there was parts of the trail which were completely iced over and very slippery. So if I didn't have this, it would have been very treacherous. And finally, some binoculars. If you know you're going to be looking for wildlife on your treks and adventures, these are a must. Mine are from a company called Diamondback. They're great because you can see quite a far distance away and lets in a lot of light. The only downside is binoculars can get quite heavy and cumbersome. If your main purpose is to see wildlife, then they are a must. That's a brief overview of what I pack for an adventure. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to go into more detail about anything. For example, the bags, the camera units, the camera system that I use. Hopefully when we're out of lockdown and we're allowed to travel, I will be able to show you what I pack and take you along on an adventure. But yeah, that's it for today's episode. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of my adventure packing. What would you do? What do you bring along, or any equipment you can suggest? Hope you're all staying safe, staying positive, having fun, and I shall see you in the next one.